Welcome back to another episode of the Ambitious Journey podcast. It's Drake.
And Daharan Bivens. And we are back with another one.
I'm back again. And unfortunately, we're still going to talk about election stuff.
Yeah. Like, man, well, we were kind of just talking a moment ago. Like, I feel like we're not a political podcast.
No.
So I feel like people, when they hear like these first 3 episodes, they're going to be like, is that what I'm going to get from these guys? But that's not, just to let y'all know, that's not us. Like, we just have to talk about it because it's a hot topic.
Yeah. And who knows what's about to happen.
Yeah, dude, I will say, like, my favorite part of this whole thing is like the conspiracy theories.
Oh yeah.
Of just like all the possibilities of like, like what could happen, what could come out. Like, I've really just enjoyed Twitter, and as a whole has been like, I have never refreshed Twitter so much in my life over the past couple of days. Like, oh my gosh, it's because it's no matter what side, like, you're on, like, you just find somebody, you're like, oh my gosh. And then like, it just keeps going.
Yeah. So,
oh man.
I mean, we can get into the funny parts of it, but just so everyone knows, if you live under a rock or don't have any idea what America is.
Yeah.
Joe Biden
I don't even
projected to be
right.
The next president of the United States, with Kamala Harris being his VP. And I think it was funny. The first text that I got was from Daharan that said we're going to have our first female president, and that instantly, we'll get to that in a second. That was but I mean, that's where we're at right now, and we'll see what happens. I know that based off of what we've seen from Trump and everything, he's not going to just lay down lightly. Doesn't seem like he's going to concede, which we all know is the biggest part here.
All right. And dude, I mean, you keep seeing like a ton of Republicans telling them like not to concede. Like, what was that? Lindsey Graham went on Fox like 2 days ago, and he was like, "Mr. President, don't concede, don't." And I'm just like, and I didn't know. I think you watched that video. So like, I sent Drake a video earlier because I came across this on YouTube. And it was just, I forget that guy's name. He works at CNN, but he was kind of explaining like how it goes when you don't concede. And basically, like, the whole thing is, the election process is built off of basically morality and taking a bow out when you see the outcome. It's the long and short. So you kind of just say, you know what, hey, okay, I realize you guys have said it. Okay, I'm out. But it's never been written that you have to accept the laws.
That's crazy. Like, the Constitution.
Like, yeah, it doesn't. And I thought that was so weird, dude.
All these people, been like, all right, well, I guess I'm out. See ya.
Yeah, and they, the guy said in the video, for those of you that may or may not have seen this, he said that basically, like, okay, if it's close, so if it's too far of a gap and a president chooses, or a person chooses not to concede, typically their party separates from them, so it makes it even harder for them if they have to go this extra route to get elected. But if it's super close, like this one here, then their party, they've seen in the past, the party, though it hasn't been quite the situation, they've seen close situations, and the party has spoken saying like that they are willing to choose to do whatever that person chooses to do, and they will stick with them. And so basically, if Trump decides,
when Trump decides,
right, exactly. I mean,
we all know.
Which I think, he's already decided that he's not going to concede. Then the Republican Party will stick with him. But on top of that, he was saying that, like, so then it gets put into like, was it the elite electors or something like that? Isn't that what he said in there? I think. And he was like, basically that. So this isn't from the Electoral College or the popular vote. I believe what it's decided in the House. It's selected from the House and determined by the Senate or something like that, and they pick who the elite electors are, something like that, and then those people appoint the president.
With one of those, doesn't the Republicans have a majority in one of those?
Yeah, the Senate. But I don't. Well, the part he didn't really clear up for me though was, do you go off of who controlled? like previously, like the previous presidency, or are you saying like based off of what just happened in elections, then those people? Because but I guess, well, I guess you can't really go off the people that just got appointed because they haven't been sworn in yet.
Fair.
So I guess it would have to be the previous people then.
It's still gonna
Which
be
then, yeah,
still gonna be.
because oh yeah, but I think the Democrats control the House
Mhm.
and the Republicans control the Senate. Uh,
Just to clear for
Mitch
everyone,
McConnell.
we think because we're not a political podcast, and
Yeah,
we
yeah. I mean, I don't want to like some of the stuff. Like I kind of know, but I'm not 1,000%. So I want to seem like, yeah, this is the right way. Yeah, no, I don't know.
Yeah.
So I, it's, dude, I mean, I don't know. Like I don't kind of know like
There's no words for this. This is
like the end goal. You know what I mean? Like because if neither one of them concedes, then like we're just stuck with like this limbo of like, and then you go through this whole thing. Dude, it could genuinely be like January, February.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's crazy. Like I guess I'm just. I mean, I've only lived a short lifetime, but all the presidents have kind of been decided in a couple of days. You know what I mean? Like you kind of knew right away. I can't imagine like going a few months of like, hey, I know this guy's presidency's almost up, but like,
Is it?
is he gonna still be back? Like, you know what I mean? Like who's coming in after? You know, I don't know. But I will say though, not to get like too down this political rabbit hole, but I am just a little nervous because being that I still work in the service industry, I get that a lot of people are affected by COVID. But I know if they say like uh, debt is a huge issue for America right now, and if we continue like adding to that debt via shutting down America like Biden has said that he wants to do when he's appointed or elected, I mean, yeah, sworn in, then I'm like, there's no way I can survive and provide for myself, like without some type of government assistance. Because I mean, you got to think this whole year has depleted any money I've had saved up.
Yeah, I feel that.
Like, you know what I mean? It's like, and that's the up and down side of being in the service industry, because like, sure, you can have really hot years, but then you can have some really lows like this, like you're frontline affected. So it makes me a little nervous, man, just to see. Maybe he just said that, while he was running, and he doesn't really mean it. That's what I'm hoping. But if he does mean it, let's say if he does end up being the one in, and he does mean it, then I guess I'm gonna just have to line up at the office like everybody else and grab a piece of paper.
Yeah, man. I mean, we both know. I mean, both of us would be affected by that working in the service industry, and we know tons of people that would as well.
Oh yeah,
and
dude. I mean, if you look at Nashville, dude, they say Nashville generates $8 billion for Tennessee in revenue.
Oh yeah,
just Nashville.
Mm-hmm.
So like, you got to think, and now that's Nashville has been shut down. It was shut down in March, and it didn't open back up. It opened back up for 2 weekends in June or July, but then it's been shut down ever since. So that's all of like 6-7 months.
Dang.
And then we just recently got back open, but everything's only at 20%. So like, okay, I'm gonna say as a whole, Nashville is only at 20% revenue or operating. So like, whatever 20% is of 8 billion, I don't think that's enough to satisfy everybody, especially those those higher ups that own that stuff.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean? I don't know. So I don't see how that's gonna go over well, but
we gotta get to that point first. We gotta get somebody to concede the election first.
Yeah. We gotta dude, I've seen like, speaking of, we kind of talked about merchandise before. Buddy, they Biden Harris might beat out Trump, because what you said, I didn't ever go back and look to see if to check out like if Obama, like what he sold and stuff.
Yeah,
like I saw Trump like his merchandise, but I mean when was that? When was it decided? Friday?
Yeah. Saturday morning. Saturday morning.
Saturday morning. Okay, dude. I've seen people with T-shirts, like coffee mugs, little tumbler cups, like already, and I'm just like, dang, dude. That's just one day. If they get elected, like 4 years of that, whew, it's gonna be everywhere.
Yeah, it is. And that was one thing that surprised me is, once they announced it Saturday, obviously we're still obviously, like we've said a million times, in limbo here. Like, what's going to happen? Like, we get
Oh yeah,
people voted for, but as Constitution states, that really doesn't matter. 'Cause
yeah. Well, and I know because well, I know that they've been talking about, especially like in Georgia. So when Stacey Adams was running for governor there, she had, I believe it was a guy something Kemp. I forgot what was it, Shane Kemp or something like that. He's the governor now,
Mhm.
but they were like 0.5% away from each other in votes, and so they had. But their law is that they have to do a recount whenever it's that close. And I believe she was leading at first, and then he caught her, and she was saying that there was like voter fraud or something of this sort. But she's basically fighting for that same issue again now, is what she was saying. And so it's so crazy that you come down to this again in Georgia, with like
Yeah.
they're still counting votes right now. They said, even though they're saying that it's leaning Biden's way, they're still having to count votes, but it's still that close, dude. And so they have a law to where they have to do a recount when it's within a certain percentage amount. So I don't know if any of those other states like have that, but like, dude, okay, if it took them, I mean, this long to count those, and they're still waiting on some, I imagine it's going to take them at least another week to count whenever they finally get them all, and then they say like, just kidding, it's within this certain percentage. Got to count them again. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So my thing on that is like, how do we live in 2020 with the
Mhm.
technology that we have, and we can't just have some computer count these? Like,
Right, and that's well. See, the thing is, they're saying that like people are rigging those systems.
okay, but when I went to vote, I filled
Mhm.
out my ballot and I put
Mhm.
it in whatever little fax machine thing that, or whatever you want to call that, they send it wherever the hell they send it or whatever they do with it. But like, I put it in there and boom.
Did you do like the punch one?
Mm-mm.
So like, excuse me. So some places have like they say have like the lever for like the punch system stuff, and
1900.
right, and then they say some places have like the write in. Arizona is still write in, but it's like a Scantron, so you can only do like a number two pencil.
Mm-hmm.
So, but if they're not providing the number twos and they're giving you something that's not a number two, then votes get lost that way. So we had the electric one to where you just clicked it and then you click the red button that says submit vote, like the voter machine.
Mm.
So like I don't know what, but you said you had one that's like a fax machine.
Yeah, so like I filled out the ballot, like the actual form, and I had to go
Yeah.
over, and they had two machines, and you just like put it in with like one side facing up. It takes it. I don't know where the hell it goes, but
Yeah.
then we use pen. So like it was just like a normal pen they gave everyone.
Yeah. See, I don't know, dude, because like I don't know what the best way is, but I do feel like we should have like a uniform
Mm-hmm.
way of voting. But then that's where they say like, well, you can't tell what state what's best for their state.
Well,
You know
then at the end of the day, the Constitution states that our vote doesn't matter.
what I'm saying?
'Cause
I mean, yeah,
that's playing
it's
right now.
like, yeah, dude, can you imagine if Kanye didn't concede? I just thought of that right now. Dude, oh my gosh, this would have got crazy. Oh, just imagine that. Kanye, Trump, Biden, non-conceded. I don't even know if that's how you say that, but
No, I'm not a part of that. I'm out. We
I,
never gonna make it.
yeah, I think I would be like, hey, you know what? I think we're good on the president. I think we'll be all right these next 4 years. We'll figure it out.
Yeah,
We'll fly solo. Um,
that'd be tough. But I was going back
is
to
there
that
some?
merchandise. I went
Mhm.
I went for a run Sunday morning, and I thought, after everything being announced, like people would start taking those yard signs down. I was wrong.
Oh no, dude, those aren't going
Nope.
anywhere.
There
I'm
there
telling
might
you,
be more. There might be more now. then
Oh yeah, they're just getting started. Like just getting started. It's they're good. Oh, I don't know if people will do this, but I feel like people will do this. They're gonna like those people that they're gonna flip right now, just so like they can like be like, oh no, I was always with you guys. Like those people that were kind of on the fence already,
uh-huh.
like, but they they went one way because they were talking to these friends, but then now they see like who they think might be the winner, and they don't want to be like that oddball. And they're like, yay, go us. You're like, all right, man, look. But yeah, and those are gonna be the people that are like the most flamboyant with the biggest signs and the brand new shirt. And you're like, dude, I know you didn't vote for that.
It just goes on the conspiracy theories. We already know what's going to happen. So.
Oh yeah, dude. And now, so I think also just kind of since we're touching on her too, Kamala, I believe so. She's labeled as the first African American and first Indian American woman, and first woman to reach the vice presidency.
Yeah, that's a huge accomplishment to say the least.
Oh yeah, I mean if.
But then now she will be the first president, and how?
Yeah. I still do. I don't want to take this deep dive, but I will say that
before we end it, under on how many months Biden lasted
before she takes over.
Yeah.
Oh, but I'm calling by next September, because you at least got to make it seem like it was a year. Like you got to kind of just and then she's gonna just shimmy her way in and be like, it's gonna be something like this, bro. It's not gonna be like his mental health. He's gonna say like he realized that the country isn't going in some different change in direction, and he feels the person that's best suited is her for that change. And he realized that his priorities have shifted, and he just wants to spend more time with his grandkids. And guarantee he's gonna be like, I have a great grandkid on the way. Something like this, dude. It's gonna sound like family oriented and like it was more of a country, like better for the country decision, not a I just can't do this decision. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I'm torn. I think that could be a possibility, but I'm also like there's going to be something with like dementia involved, because I'm like,
because he forgets everything.
Yeah, he
already
the election probably.
Yeah, dude. Wait, you said what?
I said he forgot he won the election already.
Yeah. Buddy's ran for the Senate so many times. He thought he was running for the Senate at one point.
Yeah.
He was like, that's why I'm running for senator. I mean, president.
No, the best.
Yeah.
The two best things I saw about this whole election this weekend, you mentioned Twitter. One tweet said that the caption of the tweet said Lizzo would run naked through the streets if Joe Biden was elected, and somebody quote tweeted in all caps and said, recount the votes.
Dude, hey, she is okay. I don't follow any of her social media.
I don't either.
But she somehow always ends up naked on one of my news feeds all the time, and I'm like, why do I keep getting this on there? Like, okay, cool, you made a good talk, but I don't want to see you on my timeline naked.
The other funny thing I saw was Joe Budden. He, I guess on Saturday, he said he had 600 replies Saturday morning, or like comments, mentions, and he said, "I'm not doing this for 4 years with y'all." It was like people like
doing they're messing up.
Yeah, what's his name? I was like, oh man, Joe Budden is not having that.
Oh, dude, yeah, it's about to. That's gonna happen. I love his podcast too, so I'm sure they're about to bring that up. I didn't even know that had happened. Yeah, that's gonna be a continuous thing for him all the time. Because Joe, I feel like as far as social media goes, it's more often that people would tag Joe Budden than they would Joe Biden.
Yeah, facts.
So like that's just gonna happen. Yeah.
And every time ever since I've seen that tweet, every time I see Joe Biden's name, I think of Joe Budden.
Yeah. Just like, also what I was going to say earlier too about just with Kamala, dude, she scares me, bro. Like, it's something behind, like, I feel like she doesn't present all of who she is, bro.
I,
And like, I just, huh?
I don't think I agree with you. Like I think
Yeah,
there's something behind the
like
scenes.
it's something like I don't know what it is, but you know how you just feel like you're like, damn, that person kind of has like an evil side to them. Like
Yep.
you're like, damn, I mean, no, they're nice. Well, they got to just something like a little. That's why I was like, I don't want to dive. That's what I was saying a moment ago. But no, now I'm fully there. I'm there.
But really, that's true though. Like that's the funniest thing to me is both sides, Republican, Democrat, whatever. Both sides just swear these politicians care about them. Both sides just care that somebody's gonna take care of them because they voted
I
that.
mean, yeah, dude, like some of these people act like they just won $1 million,
Uh-huh.
and like they act like they just got like every wish that they ever had. And I'm saying this about the Trump fans too, like the big like flamboyant irate ones, like have a Trump koozie, a Trump flag in their house, the Trump T-shirt for them and all the kids. Like the same, like it's on both sides, and it's just like, okay, like I get like your team won, but let's reel it in. Like,
Hey, what does that do for you, really?
yeah,
Though?
exactly. Like reality sets back in. Is like they still have to do things that accommodate the entire country. Like they can't just gear things. They can't gear everything towards one way. People, dude, people will absolutely burn this country down
Yeah.
if that happened. You know what I mean? Like they'll let a couple things go this way, but then some things are gonna have to go this way. It's gonna have to balance itself out. So I mean, I just that's funny that we actually kind of bring it up because me and my mom were talking about that because I never really got why people were like they just like decked out in so much like political gear because I was like it's not like it's not like a sports team that they go away.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, unless what the Reagan Bush shirt that
Oh,
popped up because
yeah.
that was an old road thing there for a while. But like, I feel like they came later. I don't think they had those shirts then.
Yeah, I don't think
So
so.
like, yeah. So it's just like I don't get it. I mean, unless you want to say I could understand a T-shirt. That makes total sense to me. You get a T-shirt or a hat, or if you had one singular koozie,
Yeah.
okay.
We
But
got
like,
three flags on your truck and
yeah, like all this stuff, dude. Or like these people that get these ginormous stickers on the back of their car.
yeah.
Like they get the bumper sticker, the window shield, the little flag hanging off the antenna.
NASCAR
Plus,
sponsored by whatever political party they.
yeah, you're like, Dave, okay. Like we get it. We know who your vote went for. Thank you. Like,
Yeah.
relax. But uh, I guess I wish I enjoyed it that much, but because I just know, okay, tomorrow, even after they're in, my life doesn't change that much, does it? No. No, all right. Yeah, back to work. Awesome. Okay. All right. I'll see you
Politicians
guys.
don't care about the people. That's not their job is to feed you what they got to feed you to for you to vote for them. That's literally their job.
And do it enough to where everybody doesn't die.
Yep.
Like, as long as everybody doesn't die and everybody is okay. All right, cool. Yeah, we made it. Awesome.
Please reelect me.
Yeah, yeah. Like, what are some of those people? Well, okay, you just got to think about this. Joe Biden has been in government for 47 years, dude.
Yeah, a long time.
Like, talk about a career politician, but that's like two careers.
Yeah.
47 years. Like, people were retiring at 55 now. And like,
Yeah.
just think, okay, if you started working at, 20, he 40, like 20 years on top of that, you're getting close to retirement. He's working on triple, like 3 time over careers for some people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, geez, kudos to him, but that's a whole lot. He's probably forgotten more about politics though than I know about it in general. He's seen like every wave of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
And,
Just
and that's the thing is like he's literally seen it all. And
mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe that's what everyone that supports him sees like, hey, he's done this, but like I don't see what he's done over that time. But
Oh no, yeah.
not for me to decide. So
Yeah, I hope he kept a memoir or something, a journal.
he needs those like authors that like record everything for him.
Yeah,
At the end of the day,
because
watch it
if
back.
if he did, then they are screwed. Anyway, all right. So that's our political segment.
Yeah.
Let's move on to some more fun stuff.
Before we get to the fun stuff and some sad stuff first. I mean, unfortunately, you know, Sunday.
Bring the mood down. I was going up in the mood, but yeah, you're right.
I mean, it's been a tough day, especially like I think everybody in America has turned on TV at some point, and Jeopardy's been on. And, and you know, over the last what's been about a year and a half or so, Alex Trebek, the host of Jeopardy, has been battling pancreatic cancer, and unfortunately, it finally got him and passed away, and that's tough.
That is.
I wonder who's gonna take that over. But like, can you ever fill those shoes?
No, dude. I mean, you gotta think that guy has been. What that show's been on like 30 years, 40 years,
at least,
like something close to that.
At least,
like, and so you gotta think. I mean, our grandparents know who that guy is.
Mm-hmm.
There's kids that know who that guy is. They may not know the show, but they're like, "Oh yeah, that's the one dude." You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I mean, they're gonna find somebody because it's one of the longest running shows. But I don't know how you find like another him, if that makes sense.
I don't think that happens. I don't think it's possible.
Yeah, it's like in my head. I mean, I don't know that many TV personalities, but I don't know like anybody right off time. Like, they would be great for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah, dude. I don't know.
But
yeah, that's so sad. And so it was just like they're not trying to label this like with any type of COVID stuff, are they? They're just simply saying it was just.
Yeah, I think it was just that battle with that cancer. I think that's the ultimate thing. I haven't seen anything with COVID at least, and then let's hope that doesn't happen.
Yeah, because I was gonna say because they're gonna, they've been saying a lot that a lot of people have been getting that.
Yeah, but everyone forgot about COVID. It seems like over the weekend when they were celebrating that election.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh my gosh, there was so many people. Like that was one of the funny parts of Twitter. Was like people were posting like people that were complaining about like sports games and stuff.
Yeah.
Were then out celebrating people that were out celebrating. Like that Biden had won at the White House, and it's like, okay, you can't be on both sides, dude. You got to pick. Like, either it's wrong to be out or it's right to be out. Like it's both are celebrating something. So, yeah, COVID just kind of just disappears when it's convenient.
Yeah, but COVID can't go out to eat after 10 o'clock, and it can't do a lot of things.
Yeah,
can't celebrate the number one team in the nation getting beat.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, dude. Also, how do you explain to all those people that couldn't have funerals for their family members
or weddings, or like all those different things that like we like do for your family members?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like, but now all these people have to watch you celebrate this stuff, and you're like, what?
Yeah. Like, not only celebrate it, post it on social media for you to see.
Yeah, it's rubbing it in your face.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I will say too. Oh, we I don't know if we ever really talked about this before. The COVID vaccine. Have you kind of seen like anything about this at all?
Not yet. I've been waiting for it.
Yeah. So I mean, who has it? Johnson & Johnson was kind of in the hunt with it, but they said that they stopped. There's a couple of companies, third-party companies, that are still kind of going. I think there was a company that was in London that said that they were close to like start doing human trials. My thing is though, dude.
Listen, before you even say anything, I'm gonna let everyone else try this before I put this in my body.
Facts. That's what I'm saying, dude. I'm not trying to turn into some zombie. I'm not trying to get like some weird thing growing out of me. Like, I don't know, but I know science is pretty good now. I trust science a lot. But like, I've just seen too many movies, and I don't feel like those movies are too far off, man. Like,
Yeah,
I don't feel like they're out of the realm of possibilities. You know,
very true.
it's just I'd rather see, like you said, I'd rather see how everybody else kind of deals with it, kind of how it goes. Give it a couple of months, let some things kind of play out.
Tweaks to it.
Then,
Give us some
huh?
software updates if you need to, and
Right,
then talk to me.
yeah, then then okay. I see it's safe. I see it's clear. Then I will start to consider it.
Maybe,
Like,
and it better be
yeah,
car
it's
insurance.
hard, maybe. I I will say that, like, I hope we do find something though, just for like, I guess the people that are at risk
Mm-hmm.
more so for their sake. Like, I hope so that way, and also too, I think people will be more comfortable if they feel like there's like a backup plan, or something that could possibly save them.
Dude, anything that can get us back to normal, man.
Yeah,
I miss normal. Like,
I just want, like I've missed so much this summer, like going and hanging out with my friends, like going places, trying new stuff. Dude, I had so many trips lined up for this year. I was like, this is about to be a great year, make some good money, blah, 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 blah. Like, just be out. Man, I had it all set up, and then
nothing.
like, dude, I was about to get a new car too. And that's the thing that hurts me every day. Dude, I had this truck lined up. I was like, yeah, couple months, I'm on my way. And then couple months, that money turned into living money. It's just, dude, I miss that so much, like, of just being able to walk into a store without having to cover your face.
Mhm.
Like, I know it sounds dumb, but it's like, you know what I mean? It's
No,
something that simple.
it doesn't
Running back to the car.
it doesn't sit right with me to go into a bank with a mask on and leave with less money.
Yeah, yeah, dude. I was actually like kind of scared that like
I was like,
that type of crime stuff like would go up.
yeah,
Or just like, or they would think like I'm there for that. I'm like, yo, look, I'm just here
give
to
you money.
this is that and that. I'm trying to get out.
Yeah,
I mean, no harm. My hands are here in the air.
yeah, it just feels weird, like wearing a mask everywhere, man.
Mm-hmm.
I just,
Oh yeah.
and like, I'm fine with it if that's what we got to do, but like, let me do stuff. Like, let me.
Yeah. Well, I feel like I've gotten a little bit more comfortable with the mask, but this is the part that bothers me is like if I forget the mask
Mhm.
and then I have to like run all the way back to the car. That's just, and you're like, okay. All right. Or if your mask, I wear just the disposable ones.
Yeah.
So they like rip. And I'm like, great. Hope I got an extra one in my pocket. Like, it's just that type of stuff.
And that's the other thing is like, so like when I go to the gym and stuff, my gym has like a sign on the door, like mandatory mask. Well,
What, while you work out?
yeah, but
What?
yeah, but
What
then,
does that do? Kill you?
but then
Jesus.
you walk in, nobody has masks on. I think
Yeah, bro.
I have like 5 people.
I'd be like, get out of here with that. What? Man, no. At my gym here, Gold's Gym, they have you have to wear the mask in and wear it out because those are high contact areas or like high populated areas. But other than that, like they say, space out like while you're working out and wipe everything down. And I feel like that makes more sense.
I mean, that's common. That's common gym courtesy. Wipe everything down when you're done.
Yeah.
With it, so.
My thing is, dude. Okay, imagine if I was just okay. Do you do cardio at the gym, or do you know?
I run,
Like,
but I run outside. I can't do treadmills.
all right, so I'll walk on the treadmill at the gym. Just do my little cardio there. Okay, just imagine the sweat mixing with this mask, and now I'm just like,
Yeah.
no way. That's legit trying to something like what?
So most of the time with cardio people, they don't make them like I've never seen them ask anybody to put a mask on. Period in the gym. But usually cardio, like when this all started, was like the first place. Like if you're on a treadmill or like on a stair stepper or on a bike or whatever, like you're fine to not have the mask like on. But like
Okay. Because I mean, I could kind of see while you're lifting.
Yeah.
I could see somebody being like, hey, just while you lift, yeah. But like cardio, that is an extreme no for me. I would just close out my account.
That's why I run outside. I already hate treadmills, but like I could not wear a mask inside.
Oh no, dude. Nah. Um, do you have like a day that you think will be kind of back to normal?
No, I don't. Because I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what this new administration is going to try to do. Well, first we got to get
Yeah.
to this new administration, and
Uh,
what happens. Like, because I know like schools, like a lot of places, schools aren't going back after Thanksgiving,
mm-hmm,
and
mm-hmm,
it's
mm-hmm.
like, okay,
See, I think so. This is what I think. Like, because what let's say if it is Biden, hypothetically, then I think so that happens like in like January, February when
yeah,
he's
mid January, early to mid January
yeah,
usually.
somewhere right around there. So it's like I think like he would shut it down. I hope he wouldn't, but if he did, and then I think he would wait until summertime to reopen because like you remember how this year they were like, oh,
Like
when the
died from the heat and all that, but here we are.
exactly.
Summer.
So I think, but that's what I would hope more so like monetarily.
Mhm.
But then again, I mean, I don't know, but
I mean,
that's kind of the day to
and
have.
you're not gonna be able to keep people. You're not gonna keep people inside for 2 weeks, and then like when we get to the 2 week
Yeah,
mark, like the
think
virus
about what
is still gonna be here somewhere.
you said. What?
I mean, the virus is gonna still be somewhere.
Yeah. Like, dude, they said it mutated so many times that like it went from just being alive for 20 minutes on surfaces to up to 2 weeks on the surface. And it's like, what do you want people to do with that? Like
Mm-hmm.
and I know they're against that like that whole herd
Community.
yeah, immunity. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, but I don't know if it's something that everybody has to get, but at the same time, it's like unless you have a vaccine that's coming out like tomorrow.
But that's the thing is like how many parts of this is there? Because we've had the flus for what 80 years. How many? Everyone gets a flu shot every year. Everyone still gets the flu
Mm-hmm.
because there's how
Because
many?
they, yeah, and then what they say is multiple types. I don't know. I don't want them to keep like just holding this over our heads. I know it's like it's for safety for people. I get it, but it's like at some point you gotta like take the chance. I don't know how our economy survives without us. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
working, doing stuff, going places, spending money. The government can't just keep handing you money with nobody working.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they could, but just imagine the taxes that they're going to have for you afterwards. Like, that's
Yeah.
what I've been scared of this whole year.
Like you don't even touch the money because like you might as well just keep it because you're gonna have to give 80
Yeah, you're
back.
gonna like, you're literally giving it right back with interest. Like, oh no, we gave you that to survive, but we need a little extra back on
Yeah.
that. Like,
We just pressed a button to print all of it, but we need you to pay for that machine.
yeah, like you know what I mean? It's just and uh okay, this is what Mitch McConnell said. He said that we would get another stimulus check if he was reelected, and I believe he was reelected.
He was.
So yeah, so we should be getting one soon.
Lord knows we all could use it, especially those people that have been out of work since like February or like.
Yes, dude. I know. Yeah, I know people that have been out of work longer than me. Like I was just fortunate that I kept finding jobs. Like I know people that genuinely have not been back to work since February.
The sad thing is like there's the people that like can't find work, and then there's the people that like choose not to work. And,
There's a lot of those.
oh
A
yeah.
whole lot of those.
Oh
I think that's the vast majority. Um, just because they don't. These are the people too. Okay, I get like. Okay, so I will say, like, I'm a person that I'll do whatever it takes.
same.
Like, I'll do a sucky job. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Just to be like, okay, but at least I can take care of myself. For some of those people, they're like, I will never do that. Like, I need to do something else. You know what I mean? It's just like, and I feel like those are the people that are like causing the most strain. Is that the word? Or like,
I think that's a good way to put it.
yeah, or like, that would cause the most like kind of like hiccups in us getting, I guess, more money. Because they're like, okay, some of these people just are choosing not to work. Like, dude, they had when they were giving out like that money and stuff, they had people just quitting jobs just so they could make the $1,000 a week. Which I mean, I get. I didn't partake, but I get it though because
Yeah, I
that
mean,
was
but like that's a short-term gain. Like at the end of the day,
right.
like you're gonna give up a long-term job for a short-term gain, and then like I mean, you
What are you gonna do afterwards?
probably already spent that money, and now you have to find a job. Good luck, because they already
Mm-hmm.
replaced you.
Oh yeah, and then now you gotta. Then you really do have to end up doing the sucky jobs.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I can't tell you how many times I was like, "Dang, am I gonna have to start doing landscaping? Am I gonna have to find a construction job? Do I want to? No." But yeah, it just Amazon was doggone. Whoo! We'll have to talk about that another time. Man, oh man.
Hey, don't say that.
Uh,
Don't say nothing back, because they'll probably shut us down real quick.
but they do own like half the world.
Yeah,
Jesus.
fact.
Yeah, they.
On this meeting we're in
Let me
right
tell you, man. One thing I will say, just kind of just touch on it a little bit. Dude, it's so trippy in there that like you most of your day is spent alone.
now. I can imagine.
Like you're in this huge warehouse. You're on these aisles that are like 200-300 yards long. You just meet up and for the job that I did. Some people do it. There's thousands of jobs in there. I was a stower, so most of my day was by myself. They have sucky Wi-Fi. They have. I mean, you're just in a open area down this aisle, just sticking this stuff. But you have to like keep like a certain rate going,
Mhm.
or else these people just pop up randomly. And they're like, "Is everything okay?" And you're like, "Yeah, bro. How'd you even find me over here?" It's so scary. Like you're like, "Yeah, I'm fine," or you're like, "Yeah, man. I just stopped real fast. Like I went to the bathroom." They're like, "Okay, yeah. I just wanted to make sure. Just make sure we keep a consistent pace. Okay, thanks." And then it's gone, vanish, and you're like, "What is going on here?" it's a it's
Terrible.
a freaky place.
Yeah, that's not something that I would ever want to deal with. That's not ideal.
Yeah.
I know we talked about it the last couple episodes though, the NBA, and thank
Ooh-wee.
thank
Dude,
God
go
I
ahead. Go
don't
ahead.
have to miss Christmas basketball this year.
You said you're excited for it?
Oh yeah, I mean that's how I spend my Christmas. Noon
Yes. Okay,
to midnight,
bro.
1 o'clock, whenever it ends on the East Coast. I mean, I don't stop.
Yeah. See, I got a weird relationship with basketball because like some years I'm super excited, other years I'm like, dude, I don't really care. Like I don't care. So like this past year I was really excited, and then everything kind of halted, and then things picked back up. Um, so like I am excited, I am, but at the same time I'm like I don't know if this would be the best basketball.
So
You
I
know what I'm saying?
so I think the big thing here is yes, the finals were just within the last couple months. I get that they're going to have a
Right.
very short turnaround for those teams, but those
Yeah,
teams did not make the playoffs. They have not played basketball since March.
but that's also kind of my point too.
Everyone's
Like,
going to be healthy though. We're going to have so many new rosters. We're going to have so many new teams, new coaches with
yeah,
all-star players. Like that Nets team, man. Like you have.
man, I'm not a believer in that team.
Oh, I'm not a believer because Kyrie's on it, but I mean,
Exactly.
but I mean, I'm very interested to see what KD does there.
Hmm. Hmm.
They did not look terrible without KD and Kyrie. I mean, they were still the 8 seed in the East. So I mean,
Right.
that's without two superstars.
Right. Um. So my thing is, I know it'll still be good basketball. And like you said, like it's short turnaround for those guys that made deep playoff runs, and we probably won't see their stars until January, late January, early February.
That or they'll make their debut on Christmas night and then kind of go from there. I think we've seen.
Oh no, I could see them playing, but they'll do like a quarter.
See on Christmas, I think they play the Christmas game as like a tune-up game, and then I think
Yeah.
from there they take at least 2 weeks, 3 weeks of just like playing random or like missing games for load management or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay, I see. This is how I see it going. So I see like those deep playoff run teams. I see them, and I'm kind of say deep playoff run is like those teams that played the conference finals and the finals.
Mhm.
So those
Like
what is that,
Celtics,
6 teams?
Heat,
Yeah, 4
Lakers,
teams.
and Jazz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I see them all kind of like so their stars will probably show up for the Christmas game. I don't see them completing the Christmas game. And I see them kind of like slowly tapering up. So like, all right, so let's say if they play a full game this day, they're only gonna play 2 quarters if they have a back to back. You see what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, and I see them so we'll fully see them by like the end of January is what I think. Um
If the league's smart, they don't schedule the teams that play the 10 teams that normally play on Christmas Day. I
yeah.
say they probably don't schedule them until that should be their first game of the season if they want to see players.
Well, you're saying on it should be on Christmas. That should be their first game.
Yeah, because the season's going to start on the 22nd,
Right, right, right.
and so like I think you can have 1 or 2 games on the 22nd, have a couple teams play on the 23rd, probably give everyone off for Christmas Eve, and then
Right. Okay, so well with the scheduling, so they make their schedules like 3 and 4 years out.
yeah, but I think everything kind of got screwed up with this.
Oh, I was gonna say yeah. So you think like they made some adjustments?
Yeah, they cut it. I think 65 games is what we're running this year.
72.
72. Okay.
72.
So we're going 72 games. So we lost 10 games there.
Mhm.
They're going to have to squeeze in games.
Oh yeah. Well, are they still trying to do it within the same time period?
That's like very unclear because
Yeah.
it's going to have
Because
to,
I mean,
go another month. It's going to have to.
if I'm them, I mean, what? I don't rush it. I push it to August.
Yeah.
72 games all the way to August, December to August.
Right before football starts and you're good.
Exactly. And then then the next year tape back again, just like you did. Like because those guys, like I said, those guys already play year. Well, I didn't say this on here. We talked about it before. Those guys play year round already, but they don't go balls to the wall. Like it's just like they're working on something specific. They're looking for this, and when you put them in a season too early, they can't work those things out. So we never get to see like, well, I feel like we lose a year of them developing, if that makes sense.
Well, and then
Or like,
you also push injuries on them too because
yeah, like that's a
get
huge thing. Think about some of these young dudes now, bro. They play, uh, at least 200 days out of the year,
at least.
220. Like, you know what I mean? It's like 220 out of 365 days. That's a whole lot. You know what I mean? Like, and those dudes are doing that from 11, 12, 13, all the way until we see them in the league. And it's like, I mean, so they may be young in age, but they got miles upon miles upon miles on those knees.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, so that's what I'm kind of thinking of, like going into this. Also, too, like, I mean, I'm just thinking I'm a huge LeBron fan, and I know LeBron's not doing that, bro. Christmas Day, I know he might be out there just for a minute, and then he's gone, bro. That's not. Dude, he just won a title. He's like, I want to do this again because realistically, LeBron has what 3 seasons left in him. I mean, he looks like he can do more, but
I would say 3 to 5.
realistic.
Yeah, 3 to 5.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like he will give you his strong best performance I think in 3 years. After that, he's just on ball time, bro. Like, it's just he's just doing, his thing of like, maybe I'm good. He'll be 40. Like, who do we know that's been balling out at 40?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if he does that, I mean, that'd be dope, but I don't expect it. I expect the hottest years he's going to give me this past year, this year coming up, and that'll be towards the end of it. And then I think that following year, anything that happens after that, I'm just like, we saw this coming. This is expected.
I think we'll see a lot more load management with LeBron. I mean,
oh yeah, dude.
I know we talked about how much money he spends on his body, like trying to stay, in shape and stay ready at all times. And I think that's going to definitely be a factor here. I think he does have with how he surrounds himself with his rosters and how he builds the team basically how he wants it. I mean, that's no secret for anybody. He builds it how he wants it. I think that he can go that 3 to 5 and then I don't know. How does LeBron go out though? Does he go out, on top, or does he unfortunately kind of hit a low point?
Take a loss.
Yeah, into the
You
dark.
know, that's honestly that's a hard one to call, and the only reason why I say that is because, like, okay, I could see the one. I always say LeBron. I could see LeBron like winning out and then saying, you know what, hey, like I felt this one a little differently, and I think I'm gonna call it right here.
What if he gets 6 championships and just says, "All right, I'm done"?
That'd be crazy. That would that would be like, I'm like, no, I need you to come back for another one. But okay, you can't even offer that guy anything because you're like, I'll give you more money. And it's like he's like, I have more money. I'll give you more money. No, I have more money and more money.
My son's gonna have more money than the money you just offered me. So
yeah, like so I don't know how he goes out. How you want me to give you like my what I would like for him to go out as?
Yeah, let's go hot take on this. What you got?
Hot take, dude. I want him to go out regular season MVP, wins the title with MVP of the finals, averaging. This is what I want him averaging: 26, 8-8.
All right, I don't know if he's gonna be able to go out like that unless it's next year.
Bro, the only reason why I have faith in him to do that, or only reason, is because, like we talked about, how much time he takes and care and money he puts into his body, and two, because he still has that mentality, bro. Like, you can just look at how he still approaches the game, bro. I watched his video. It was a crazy video. His mentality has not changed from 18 years old in his first interview till right now. He says the exact same stuff. He approaches every game the exact same way. I'm trying to be better than the last time I was. I'm still trying to figure them out completely.
But he's building a team where he doesn't have to do 26, 8, and 8.
But that's what I'm saying though. But he'll do it though, because this is my third part. Ego. LeBron doesn't want to finish off freaking averaging 9, 2, and 2.
No, he's not gonna ever do that. He's gonna finish off averaging like 12 and like 8 and 16 because he's just gonna give the ball to freaking Anthony Davis.
Right. Okay. But I don't think he wants that, bro. I'm telling you, I think it's still gonna be close to that 20, 22, 24 mark. I think he came in out of high school averaging like 24, 26, something like that. And he's continued that pace since he's been in the league, averaging that.
Yeah, I mean,
that's comfortable right there.
With like some of the teams he's been on when he is like scoring all of their points.
I mean, no, bro. Okay. When he was in Miami, come on, Chris Bosh and D Wade could easily have taken over. Didn't Chris Bosh, Ray Allen, and D Wade?
Yeah.
I mean,
that roster was way deeper than that. Just that. I mean,
yeah. I mean,
you had to have 5 good defenders on that team. Or if you were playing the Heat, you had to have 5 defenders on the court at all time.
Right. So it's like, dude, I mean, that's how I want LeBron to go out because he's more so. Though I don't agree with him politically, he is definitely a role model for me. And so like someone I would look up to. And so I just think that like that's how I would want him to go out. So I can tell my kids, like, man, I saw this dude LeBron play. Let me tell you about him. You know what I mean? It's just, and let me tell you how he went out. Like, this is how a champion goes out.
Yeah, I need to see him do like a Kobe game where he has 60 at the end. Like
going out, yeah. But also Kobe shot the ball like 35, 40 times.
No matter, it's Kobe. I got a Kobe rookie jersey on too. Got the Charlotte 8. That's the real Kobe rookie jersey.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah. Because he was there first.
Yeah.
He got drafted by them.
Yep.
And then traded in the draft to LA.
Yeah. Well, traded later on because he played a couple games in Charlotte, but not many.
Okay.
But yeah. I mean, speaking of RIP to legend, 24.
Yeah. Always, man. I say this, and I don't really even know how to make sense of this, bro. But I just say it. Like, Kobe made me love the game, hate the game, and then love it again too. And I'll tell you why. Because like, I was in different seasons of my life, bro. Growing up, and Kobe represented all of them. I know this is gonna sound super weird, bro, but I'm trying to like I don't know how to put this in words, so I'm just gonna just roll with this. I've only kind of said that part out loud. All right, so like when I was a kid, bro, I still remember number 8 Kobe. All
Yeah.
right, so like I liked Jordan. AI was my boy. But you couldn't tell me I wasn't Allen Iverson. I thought I was AI reincarnated, bro. Like, like he was me, I was him. But that was my first sneakers, everything. Okay, anyway, off that. It I thought for sure just to kind of elaborate on that more. I thought AI was going to beat Kobe. What was that the '04 playoffs?
Uh,
03, '04
01.
when they played each other?
Yeah, in the finals, when
'01.
the famous AI
What was
step
that?
Ty Lue.
Yeah, I was 8 years old, bro. So if I was born in '93, however many that is,
Yeah.
I was 8 going on 9.
01, dog.
Yeah, you said what?
That's 01. Seven,
That's
seven,
01. Okay, yeah, yeah. All right.
one,
So yeah,
quick math.
yeah. Okay, bet. So like, I remember being, I was at like this little summer camp, and like, I was like, yeah, AI's gonna win tonight, blah blah blah. What we got swept. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure it was a what 4-0, 4-1, like something like that. It was in and out.
Yeah.
But anyway, so anyway, but Kobe made me like. So I loved number 8 Kobe, bro. Like when I was just young, rambunctious, like rowdy, like that was my man. And then he started like shooting like crazy, and I was like, what is this, bro? Like no, that like take it to the cup. Sometimes there was times where like I was like, he should be driving right now,
Yep.
and he wouldn't. Like he would pull up, and I like to think of it as my maturity was still like I'm just rowdy. I'm not thinking long term. Where he's like he was growing and developing and maturing, and he's showing you like steps you can almost take in life, almost of like you need to continue to develop and grow and get better and evolve as a complete instead of just being one dimensional. But in my head, though, dude, I didn't stop watching basketball because of him. Because I mean, I was still watching AI, but like when it was AI and Kobe for me, and so like, and I was just like, I don't like this type of basketball and blah 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 blah. And I don't even know why I was so like that in tune with it, but I was just like, dude, it's frustrating. Like I want to see people get dunked on. I want to see people, like backing people down hard. Like I like that type of basketball, and I liked AI crossing people up, being disrespectful, talking trash, that type of stuff. I liked it. But then he kind of like, then as I got older, like I started noticing like the game more. And I don't know if it's because I learned basketball better, or if it was just because like I matured and I appreciated the game more. And I was like,
You switched.
oh,
You
you
switched.
know what I mean? Yeah,
On.
yeah. And I was like, dang, this is why you do. But LeBron also played a huge role in me starting to love basketball again. But then when I saw like the LeBron Kobe matchup and like LeBron and Kobe like, in the league at the same time, I'm just like, okay, you know what I mean? It's like it came all full circle. So I say like Kobe made me like love it, hate it, but then like love it again because I was like, I appreciate what you did. I don't even know how that relates to life at all, but it does in some kind of way in my head.
No, I feel
So,
that. No, dude, I grew up on Kobe. Kobe, I remember. I mean, the three-peat years when they won 99, 2000, 2000. I guess it's technically like the way the finals fall. Was it 2000, 2001, 2002? However,
yeah, something like that.
when they three-peated. I remember I was sitting closer to my TV as a kid than I am to this computer right now, and I just remember watching every second of every game and just watching Shaq and Kobe. Man, the Shaq and Kobe was that was something that
Legendary,
we'll never see again.
untouchable.
We'll never see something like that again.
No.
Because I mean, every role player on their team was that they were a role player. They did their job.
Did their jobs well. Very well.
Because Eric Fisher had a long career. Rick Fox, Robert Ory. The list goes on and on and on of how many people.
Yeah.
But
what is it, dude? Doesn't like Robert Ory have like he has like 4 rings or something like that? 5 rings.
He's got a few.
It's like with like a different, like it's like with a couple of teams, right?
Yeah, Lakers, and he won a few in San Antonio.
That's what it was. Yeah, yeah. And I was like, dang, okay. I don't really. I only remember Laker him though.
Yeah, dude,
Like that's
he had clutch shots.
yeah. That's why I was like, I don't really remember the other him. Even I mean, it took place, but I'm just like, when I think of Robert Ory, I think of L.A. Lakers.
Yeah,
Robert Ory.
I mean, so do I. But I mean, he had some big shots in San Antonio. I mean, but he also played with a great roster there. I know we've talked about that before with Tony Parker, Kevin
Pop.
Manu,
Jeez, dude.
with Pop,
Yeah.
and that's another unfair team. Like,
Yeah, I mean, Manu Ginobili, dude. Do you remember when everybody was trying to do that? Well, I mean, people still now are, but everybody was trying. Or I don't know if this happened at your schools. I'm just assuming here, but I remember when Manu Ginobili started doing that Euro step.
everyone.
Everybody started doing a Euro step. Oh my god, dude! I was in middle school, and people were trying to Euro step from the 3-point line. We're 4'5". Trying to Euro step from the 3-point line. It's just like,
Bravo.
man, dude. That dude, I still remember that Spurs team. Tony Parker. I think he's still playing, huh?
Yeah, he was in Charlotte last season, which is so
Why is he
disrespectful.
still playing?
Like, why did the Spurs trade him? He spent his whole career in San Antonio. You couldn't just let him.
Man, no. He disrespected his own legacy. When they said they weren't gonna, if they told him that they weren't gonna do another contract with him,
He should retire.
then he should have retired.
I agree.
Like, buddy, you are a first ballot Hall of Famer. Like, there is no ifs, ands, or buts about that, bro. You know you're in there. What you need more money?
No.
Like, it. I don't get. I mean, I get why some of these guys keep playing because I watch JJ Redick's podcast on YouTube, and he was talking to Steve Nash. Have you heard this at all? So Steve Nash was saying that when he knew it was time to retire because Swaggy P said something to him, and he was like, Swaggy P said to him, he was like, dang, bro, I remember when you used to like, make people like look bad or something like this. But he was basically comparing it to something Steve was trying to do at the time, and Steve couldn't get it done. And he basically he was like, dang, he was like, and this is the guy that's saying this to me. You know what I mean? Like, of all people, this guy said, like, dang, I remember when you used to be.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah. And he was like, and I remember like how hard I was trying to like, like be better and like keep up with the game. He was like, it took a lot more for me to keep up with the game instead of like what I used to could do, And so he was like, that's when I knew like it was time for me to kind of step aside and retire. And I think the same with Tony Parker. I'm like, dude, you don't even hear about. Does he even make the All-Star game anymore?
No.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like I never even hear him brought up. So it's like, what are you playing for at this point? Like,
honestly,
for the most improved award?
He was like a bench. He was like a bench player coming up off of Charlotte's team. Like,
okay. Here's the only thing that I could see, like, if he was being like a mentor to guys. Like if you were bringing him, if teams were bringing him in to mentor, hey, I got this young point guard. I know like we just got to get his mental space like in the right direction. I want you here, but then you could almost take an advisor role on a team to do that.
Yeah, and not like roster spot.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I really have not heard anything about Tony Parker at all.
But that's how I feel about the Heat. Like the Heat have Udonis Haslem, who is older than dirt.
Yeah, he's in his 40s.
Yeah, he doesn't even play. Like
he sat like the last 2-3 games.
He hasn't played in like I don't know. I could probably count the number of games he played on two hands.
Oh, he didn't play like the whole season.
Yeah.
Oh, like, so he pulled like a Vince Carter.
But actually not playing. But like he's like on the bench. He's like hyping everyone up. He's coaching basically in like timeouts and
yeah.
We're wasting a roster spot for this. Like,
dude, exactly. Hire this guy on.
Yes.
Advisor role. $90K is a lot cheaper than $3 million a year.
Yes.
Yes. It's a lot cheaper. He's just as happy. You're just as happy.
And you want him to be an advisor. You want him to coach and be a mentor. Get
Yeah,
another young guy that's not going to be like that you see talent in. Like,
exactly. And he could be helping a new player to keep the game going. Like it's about continuing the game. No, we don't want to keep. At least me, I don't want to have these talks like this. Like, man, I remember when so and so was so. Dude, no, it's about the next guy up.
hang him up. Who's
Yeah,
next? Hang him up.
like
So,
man,
who's the next LeBron? Everyone is obviously trying to force feed us Zion, but I don't know if that's ever going to happen.
uh, so
I think Tatum. I think Tatum could be the next generation.
nah, he's already lost too much.
Bro, he's like 23.
Yeah, okay, but at 23, LeBron was in the finals.
Yeah, but I mean, he's went to the conference finals.
Yeah, LeBron was in the finals.
That's fair.
Like he had a chance to winning it, but he didn't win it. He had a chance at it. He took scrubs. He wasn't taking other decently elevated players with him.
That's true.
He was taking people that really like low money.
But his center was Gauskas.
Yeah, like like guys that were just there to be there. And he was taking them. I think though. I don't know if because okay, like how people always say there's this generational talent. Michael Jordan was generational talent.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron was that generational talent. I think it's just a little too early. I think we'll have to wait another 10 years for another that guy. That makes sense.
And that kind of sucks because I think guys that people love and are superstars like a KD or a Steph Curry, like those kind of guys kind of got overshadowed and like their greatness isn't really recognized. And
because LeBron's that great.
Yeah, facts. Mm-hmm. And it's crazy because like that's the thing. This Warriors team this year, scary, bro. They're gonna be healthy.
Who they got?
I mean, Clay, Steph, Draymond. I don't know what their center position is going to look like, but I mean, all their young guys got a full season of playing time this year.
Because right. So that kind of helps loosen that up because they were dead last.
They have number 2 pick, bro. They're going to be A-okay.
Wait, is there somebody? See, I hadn't checked any college basketball or like any high school for anybody that's coming out to where I'm like, yo, like Zion. I was checking, and I'm still surprised that he's at the Pelicans. That still surprises me.
So I think they're going to get one of the big guys. That would just make sense for their roster. It's either the guy from Georgia, which always leaves my brain. His name does as soon as I try to say it. And then Wiseman from Memphis that didn't get to play. He got like suspended by the NCAA because of garbage, whatever. But one of them is probably going to go there. But I mean, also LaMelo is right there too.
Yeah, they're projecting him number 1. I don't think he'll go to Golden State, but you keep hearing them say too. Giannis is considering Miami and Golden State.
Mm-hmm.
My thing is, I wish. Okay, one or two things would happen. Though, okay, I'm a Sixers fan, but I know that not all these people will come to my team, so whatever. But I want RJ Barrett back with Zion, bro.
Oh yeah,
I want that. And I think if RJ Barrett, New York is a bigger market for sure, but I like Zion with Lonzo though.
So I think RJ in New Orleans is a better fit than anyone else going to New York.
So you don't think like putting Lonzo and Zion in New York would be dope?
No, I think the Knicks.
No. Huh?
I think the Knicks are cursed.
Why?
Bro, like New York sports are so bad. Like,
okay, but it's the larger market though.
Okay,
so I'm trying to think about their money as well in them also playing.
Okay, larger market, but you're paying higher taxes. And Zion has probably going to have LeBron money coming in when it comes to endorsements. Everybody wants Zion.
Yeah, they do. I mean, he signed a $90 million sneaker deal.
And that's the first one. That's just the first one.
Right. I mean, yeah, okay. I see what you're saying. I would kind of like to, I don't know. Yeah. What you're saying makes sense. It does make more sense to go to New Orleans, with the chemistry and the team and the atmosphere. But at the same time, I think it's easier to convince people down the line to come to New York than it is to come to New Orleans.
I can see
So
that.
when some of those pieces start falling off, you got people there that'll like, you know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
I think that's the thing right now until the Knicks get a superstar because they're gonna have to get a superstar first before
Yeah,
anybody.
they already had that opportunity. They blew that twice over.
More than twice. They just
Yeah, yeah, they
but they had Phil
continuously
Jackson at
dropped the ball.
coach, and
Yeah,
they had Carmelo Anthony and Amari Stoudemire on the roster.
and J.R. Smith. Yeah, I mean, even though I'm not a huge fan of J.R. Smith nowadays, I cannot take away from young J.R. Young J.R. was a monster, bro.
That was J.R. Swish.
Yeah, like yeah, he did his thing back in the day. I gotta give it to him.
But I mean, like even like going to the coaching side, Phil Jackson is, in my opinion, probably second best coach behind, like arguably first best coach, him and Pop. Like I think those are
Yeah, that's a very good argument you could have.
so. I mean, you had this guru who coached Jordan to 6 championships,
And then
and
Coach
then
Kobe.
went to LA, and took Shaq and Kobe to 3, and then 2
Yeah.
more with Kobe after that.
Right.
Come on.
Dude, I mean, yeah. It's I don't. That's where I talk. I think we kind of talked about this a little bit before. Dang, this kind of turned into just a whole sports take.
It's hot. That's
Right. But I think how we talked about player development before. Well, I think I kind of asked something about that. But you see, Golden State, they did something great with their player development. Somebody needs to look at who are those guys there and offer them more money, Knicks wise, really the Knicks, and they need to say, hey, look, we have bad management here, but we know player development can kind of even that out. Whoever was over that, they need to bring them over there, bro, because they did a phenomenal job. I mean, you take Steph go? What did he go? 4th round?
No, Steph.
I mean, not 4th. 2nd round.
He was a first rounder.
Was he out of Davidson? He came out of. Was he?
Yeah, out of Davidson.
Yeah. All right. Will you check what number he came?
Yeah, I swear. I want to say off the top of my head, I'm guessing somewhere around like a 13th, 14th pick. That's
okay.
That's my like initial.
Yeah, just kind of off the top.
Yeah.
Because like you got him, Clay, but they turned that whole team into just a fine-tuned machine, bro. Like what they play in 4 finals?
At least, yeah. And I was also wrong. Steph Curry was the number 7 pick in the 2009 draft.
Oh, number 7 overall.
Yeah. And then they got Clay.
That's right, because he was super hyped up because LeBron went to go watch him play in the NCAA. Yeah, that's right.
I mean, they also turned around 2 years later. The 11th pick got Clay.
Right. So that's what I was going to say. They were saying how all their players were like drafted and developed there. And I'm just like, dude, that's a testament to their program. They didn't feel like they needed to go get other guys. Like,
well, that's how like Miami is. And like I'm not saying this because like I am a Heat fan. But at the end of the day, like they get these undrafted guys and they get these obviously since LeBron left. Let's go ahead and just mark off the LeBron years. That doesn't count. But like Pat Riley has been running everything basically.
Yeah.
Since the LeBron left, I mean, undrafted rookies and then like the guys they draft, they develop. Bam Adebayo, literally.
He's gonna be nice.
He already is, and he didn't even play his rookie year. They let him develop. They didn't force him into the league his rookie year and say, "Hey, you have to do this." They let him basically sit a whole year. When you know that rookie contract's only 3 years, sometimes 4.
Exactly. So, but dude, and I think he'll appreciate that too when he looks over like the contracts he's gonna get offered, which there's gonna be a lot of those.
Yeah, probably 30. Because every team's gonna want him.
Yeah, because that guy, he defense is something that he's naturally gifted at. You can just look at him like you can tell on defense he doesn't even try that hard.
No,
it just happens. Like I feel like I don't know him. I've never watched any of his workouts, but you can see he probably puts more time into offense.
Defense. He's a guard at like 6'10".
Yeah, like, but defense, he's like, oh no, this is me. This is second nature for me. So I and a guy like you can't coach that.
No.
Like that, just a guy that comes in with that type of mentality, or it just like that type of aura about him. You're like, okay, yeah, I can do a whole lot with this.
He doesn't have the shot blocking like Anthony Davis does. Not like that complete team. That's
But he's
awesome.
a presence though, for sure.
Exactly. So I think I would say he's like an Anthony Davis Jr. almost. Like he can spread the floor, he can play defense, he can basically bring the ball up if he wanted to, do whatever. And the only thing he lacks is just like the guaranteed shot block almost. Like, but I mean, you're not going to get that. That's a rare trait to have.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, he's like a junior.
If passing up on him, like if you're just like, oh no, like I think you would have to kind of like assess yourself and be like, why am I passing up on this guy? Like he can add to any team, anybody. I don't care what the team is. He can add to him.
Well, and look who he's learned from. I mean, he played at Kentucky, so that's John Calipari, and then plays for the Heat. So yes, Spoelstra's the coach, who's a good coach, but Pat Riley's there.
Exactly. And he's going to surround him, or at least have him talking with some of the best people in the game. Despite his own knowledge of the game and stuff he sees, he's going to have him in talks with people that he knows that can get him to figure it out. Like, hey, do this, do that. This is what. Oh yeah. So
I mean, last season he won the skills challenge at All-Star Weekend.
Did he? Okay.
Dude, a point guard or a shooting guard wins that, not some power forward.
Right. Like, man, dude, yeah, that dude has such high potential. You know who else I'm interested to see, as weird as this is? Tacko Fall.
Yeah, I think him being so tall, and everyone kind of like he's like, what is he gonna do? Because
I want to see.
Everyone had that like high expectation. Like go back to like Yao Ming, like people like that are so tall, but then like foot injuries, leg injuries, all those kind of things. Greg Oden, another guy that like never was able to develop because of injuries. Like so, it's like I wonder what Taco's gonna do.
I wonder what. Yeah, did he sit this whole year?
He played like mop up minutes, but I mean that's really it.
Okay. So basically, he sat. Basically. Yeah. So yeah, I think because I was really impressed with him at what was that, UCF?
Yeah.
And I think he helped this team a lot in the playoffs. I think that guy like that, for him to be, because what is he, 6'5"? I mean 7'5".
He's somewhere over 7.
Yeah. It's like for him to be as athletic as he is, like just keep working with him. He could definitely be a difference maker too. He's in Boston though, right?
Yeah, he's in Celtics.
That's scary. Yeah. So basically, what I'm saying is the Sixers will never win another one, at least for the next couple of years.
Well, your Sixers are talking about trying to get James Harden for some reason.
Yeah. So again, we'll never win another one. So like, dude, I'm not a Ben Simmons fan as far as basketball. I think he seems like a cool guy. I don't really care about his personal life though. On the court, he is absolute trash bag. All my friends back home, they make fun. Well, they say, one in particular, he's like, no, he had so much. He's good on defense. He's blah blah blah. And I'm like, dude, I don't care. Like, I need a scorer that does more than layups.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, dude, okay. I wouldn't have been mad. I know this is gonna sound strange. I wouldn't have been mad if DeMar DeRozan would have came over to Philly.
That's a good score. That's a pure, consistent score.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been mad at that at all. I mean, like, I was just like, just looking at that midi he has is insane, dude. Yeah. And he plays great defense.
Before we get off of the Ben Simmons topic, though, I do want to make it known I was playing 2K earlier, and I was playing online, and dude's Philly. He pulled up with Ben Simmons for 3, and he airballed it, and I just laughed. I was like, this is so realistic.
Dude, I don't know what it is with him in threes. I guess you don't have to take threes, but like
he's allergic. He's allergic to threes.
Dude, I mean, he acts like it. Like, geez. Buddy, just relax and pull up. Like, whatever happens, but you gotta learn it at some point.
Like, at worst case, you're an NBA player. You're gonna hit 20%. Like, I'm fine with it. You hit 1 of 5. Like, let's go.
Okay, like everyone's like, hey, okay, at least he took the chance. Like, and you can make up for it in other ways, but don't just. I mean, he does his best to avoid them at whatever cost it is. Embiid shoots more threes than him.
That's sad.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, wait, so let me get this straight. The center shoots more threes than the point guard, shooting guard, point guard, whatever you want to call him. Because some games he's the point guard, some games he's the shooting guard. You're like, that doesn't even make sense, bro.
Yeah,
Doesn't.
doesn't make sense. I for some reason I get these like random thoughts of like where a player would be good at, and I think that for some reason Dallas would be a good fit for him because he would not have to be.
Ben Simmons?
Yes, with their
And
because
why would you ruin that program like that?
so this is my thought process on this. He doesn't have to be a leading scorer because Luka and Porzingis, Hardaway, all those Seth Curry, all those
But
guys.
you have that young talent too. What's his name? Dennis Jr.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying you add Simmons to be able to facilitate and play defense.
Facilitate what? Facilitate a fat L. Facilitate dropping all the way down to 9th in the division. Facilitate that. Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't have to worry about anything there. That's the thing. Literally has to worry about absolutely nothing.
Facilitate a first round sweep. That's what I had said. Is that what you want him for?
No, I mean, I definitely think that he's going somewhere, doing something. I don't see them being like a first round L on that though. Like that's, I mean, I don't think it's the best fit for him because I don't think he's a great player personally. But I think
Ben Simmons. Okay, good.
I just think that like if you're going to try to plug him in somewhere, I think you need to throw him somewhere where he has scorers around him and he can be like a 15 assist a game guy.
Yeah, or just tell him, hey, you need to start scoring from three.
I don't know if it's going to happen.
And multiple shots. You need to have multiple shots in your arsenal. I will also say I'm not a fan of James Harden coming to Philadelphia. Embiid is already lazy enough. We don't need two lazy players. It doesn't work. We need to try to get some fresh young guys in there that we can kind of develop, grow. We tried it with Embiid and Simmons. Though Kawhi hit that insane shot, they hadn't really done it for us. I don't think.
Well, and then you even got a workhorse like Jimmy Butler in there, and that didn't work for some reason. Like, you got somebody that
because he was a workhorse and they were lazy.
Yeah,
that's why that didn't work. I mean, it's no dude wants to carry all the weight of everybody. Like, he's like, okay, it's fine if I, do some work, but I need you to help me at some point.
Yeah.
I want to do. I wasn't really a fan of Jimmy Butler being there either. I don't know who I want there, but I want somebody like. That sounds weird, but like I want. There's somebody in particular that I'm wanting.
All-star.
I don't know. Like I don't think we really need like a. I want like almost like a whole new team. That you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want like a whole fresh starting five that works well together. Like I don't want. I'm just kind of over like this little conglomerate of what we have going. Like, dude, I don't even think I know like what KCP. KCP was at Philly, right?
He's playing for the Lakers.
No, I'm saying like the year before, 2 years ago, he was at Philly, right?
He was somewhere. I don't.
I'm pretty sure. I'm almost positive he was at Philadelphia.
Only players I know on the 76ers roster, we got Ben Simmons, Embiid, Tobias Harris, Josh Richardson. That's really all I know. And I only know that because Josh Richardson was part of the Jimmy Butler trade from Miami. He went. That was a part of the swap, and then Tobias Harris.
Yeah. So he was at the 76ers. Mm-hmm. 2017, 16, 17, and 18. And
go to the Lakers for nothing.
You said what?
They just let him go to the Lakers for nothing.
Yeah. Well, I saw some right there that said that they offered him like a max contract in 16, but so that may have been like unloading or something like that. But I was thinking like, okay, get guys like that and people that fit in around that, and then we'll have something. Because obviously, I mean, okay, as trash as we are, we're making something work.
Something.
Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, just figure it out. I don't know. Anyway, that's all I really got.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I'm just excited that I don't have to spend Christmas not watching basketball.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
more of it. 30 minutes of talking
I'm
about.
still excited about I'm still excited about football right now though, too, kind of.
Yeah, dude, it was the weekend of the underdogs. I'll tell you that. Jeez Louise. From
Wait, what happened? What happened? I didn't get to watch any today.
So Saturday started off. Liberty was a 17-point underdog to Virginia Tech, beat them. Then you had who was the next one? Maryland was a 26-point underdog to Penn State, beat them.
Yeah, oh yeah. Wait, what was that? Indiana beat somebody?
Indiana beat Michigan.
Yeah.
And then Notre Dame beat Clemson. Florida beat Georgia. Both were supposed to lose. Arkansas was an underdog, beat Tennessee, which I don't know how they were underdog at home. That makes no sense to me, but still, another underdog that won. And then
wait, Tennessee was the underdog? Is that what you said?
No, Tennessee was a favorite somehow.
Oh, okay.
And then I mean, just a bunch of underdogs just that won on Saturday, and then on Sunday, Seahawks just get freaking boat raced by Josh Allen and the Bills. Like what?
Dude, the Bills are one of those type of teams. They'll do it.
The Panthers almost beat the Chiefs. I mean,
that would have been dope.
You had the Dolphins. You had the Dolphins beat the Cardinals. So like,
yeah, I saw that. Tua, he's doing his thing. Also, I didn't know that his brother transferred away from Alabama to Maryland.
Yeah, he transferred. So the Maryland head coach was an assistant at Alabama, and the Alabama quarterback room is just ungodly, pretty stacked. So he would have been against all odds to be the starter there probably. So I mean, makes sense. Go take your starting job somewhere else, especially another Power 5. You don't have to sit out due to the coach change, and you weren't a player anyway. You weren't a starter anyway. So yeah. I don't blame him. But I mean, Cowboys.
I didn't see it until he popped up on the screen. I was like, oh dang.
Yeah, the Cowboys had the Steelers beat, and then the Steelers somehow miraculously came back and won. And
they keep doing that, dude.
Bro, but the Cowboys had not covered a spread all season. And then they almost beat the only undefeated team left. What the heck? Like, how does that make sense? And the Saints just absolutely destroyed Tampa on Sunday Night Football.
Yeah. Okay. Is that game over?
Yes, it is. It was over at halftime, but the final score, the final score was 38-3.
Okay, so do you think Brady's done?
I don't know. It's going to be tough because, I mean, they're going to have to make – I don't know if they make playoffs because, like, you got to win your division.
Wait, how many losses do they have? They only have, like, 3 losses, right?
Okay, but they have 3 losses. But what 2 of them are in division. So they got swept by the Saints. Okay. If they get any more division losses, they're not going to win their division. They're going to have to rely on a wild card.
Right.
Any more losses, they're going to have to hope that there aren't better teams that can take their spot in the wild card. Luckily, a lot of teams that probably could take the wild card spot did lose as well. Like Cardinals lost. Because like that division with the Cardinals, the Rams, the 49ers, and the Seahawks, 49ers are out of it. They're absolutely trash now that their whole team's hurt.
Yeah.
But I mean,
that's also the Eagles' problem too.
But the Cardinals and the Seahawks, one of those teams has to make playoffs because somebody has to win the division. The Rams are in there too. It's going to be close. But I mean, at the end of the day, who's going to get it?
You're taking the Cardinals or Seahawks. Who are you taking?
I don't know. I mean, they went to overtime and the Cardinals got the dub. So I mean,
okay, but who are you taking?
Russell Wilson has thrown so many stupid interceptions this year. Just stupid interceptions.
But do you really have faith in that Arizona team?
I honestly do.
Wow. Okay.
Defense is really stacked.
That's a hot take.
Budda Baker is nice, and then
the reason why I know who Budda Baker is because of Drake. Not you, Drake,
Yeah,
but Aubrey Graham.
yeah, that's kind of funny. But I mean, at the end of the day, like Cliff Kingsbury being in Arizona and
Hmm.
having the ability to coach a good offense, and like he had Manziel in college at A&M as a coordinator. Then he went to Texas Tech and had Mahomes as his quarterback. Like he's had these quarterbacks. And
Right.
now he has Kyler, and then that
Yeah.
receiver for Hopkins, Fitzgerald, Christian Kirk, like
Right.
then what? Kenyon Drake at running back, like
And what?
okay,
Wait, Larry Fitzgerald is still out there too. Can you imagine if he made it to the Super Bowl again? Like, but and like when I think this is his last year. I think he said he's retiring this year.
I don't know, but that's it's one of those things where it's like, can you imagine being the Houston Texans and trading away DeAndre Hopkins, and now he's on a team that could go to the playoffs, and you're
I
like,
mean, they should have known that that could happen though. Like,
yeah,
it's DeAndre Hopkins. It's not like some random nobody.
yeah,
I mean, what do you think was going to happen when that guy joins another team?
yeah. I agree.
It's just yeah. That's if they really thought. Oh, dude, you know what we forgot to say?
Say
Oh, you said. uh, well, no, we forgot to talk about Delonte West.
dude, that's an interesting story.
Yeah,
Mark
I
Cuban,
mean, go ahead.
I would say Mark Cuban picking him up basically on the side of the road.
Yeah. So, all right. So, sidetracking here, going back to basketball. Uh, well, we can go back to our football one in a minute. Uh, dude, Delonte West was out there bad, bro. Like I saw this video of him, probably like a year ago. Basically, he was just like a homeless guy almost.
Mm-hmm.
And like now, Mark Cuban has taken it upon himself to, I mean, see him through therapy and making sure like he gets back. I just thought that was super dope. Like it was worth mentioning because I wanted to give credit to Mark Cuban because I feel like a lot of those owners don't get enough credit for caring about their players.
Well, I feel like a lot of them don't care the way Mark Cuban does either.
They don't. I agree. I agree. A lot of them do not care to that degree, but I think he has done. He shows that he's not just your run of the mill. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
he truly invests in the players. So I mean, I just wish that guy the best too. I mean, on getting back and being healthy and being whole as a person. Um, I mean, despite him being a professional athlete, you never want to see anybody in a position like that. So yeah, I just thought that was
Absolutely.
worth
Well, the thing that kind of like makes me scratch my head and like makes me like question people
Mhm.
on Twitter. Mark Cuban's posted a few updates since Delonte went to rehab and all this kind of thing. It's just like random things like horseback riding, um, playing like in a canoe, like playing basketball, little updates.
Right,
And
right.
people like will just go ham in the comments on Twitter talking about how Mark Cuban's treating him as a charity case and like posting these pictures and updates like he's some like adopted child and all these kind of like he just wants like a round of applause for it and those kind of things. And I'm just like, Mark Cuban does not give a F about your round of applause.
Exactly.
Like the man
Dude,
owns
also
300
he's trying
companies.
to make sure like that people know that he's still there. Like he's
Yeah.
still in the picture.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, I didn't just throw this guy in some rehab facility and like never check up on him again.
Yeah.
Like what people can be so pessimistic.
Really.
Like
Really
and just
can.
wanting to see the bad and everything, which I mean I guess you always got to see the other side, but that doesn't mean that everything is that other side though.
No,
You know?
I agree. Because I mean, I think it's again, I think that's top notch what Cuban's doing for Delonte West right now. Like
Mm-hmm.
really saving his life. Because I mean, the drug problem, the addiction, and then basically look like you said, like I think he was pretty much homeless. Because the story that Cuban told that I heard on podcast when he explained it was he heard that Delonte was on this corner of this street in Dallas, and Mark Cuban said, "Hey, that's like 2 minutes up the road from me."
Yeah, yeah.
Cuban got in his
Dude, well,
car.
they had him like on video. Like there was a few videos of him, and people were just like, oh, this looks like Delonte West. Then they were like, no, that is Delonte West. And basically, he basically just had like a mental break. That's just essentially what it would be. To my knowledge, I don't know. I hadn't really followed up again, but some people it just happens to them. And so yeah, then Mark Cuban, like you said, goes and picks him up, and he's seeing it through with this guy. I mean, we don't know how long this is gonna take for him to fully kind of be capable of being, back on his own.
Mhm.
But you would hope it would be soon for him, though.
Absolutely. I always hope the sooner the better. And
Exactly.
that's the real question is, when he gets back to normal, when he gets out of that facility, like, how's he handle it? What happens there?
Exactly. You know what I mean? Like, and that's why I think like having a guy like Mark Cuban in your corner, I mean, he's gonna see through that. You get like the best service, I would imagine, if he took the time to put you into a rehab, because he could have been like, like, oh, you got family or something. He didn't ever even have to think about it.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact he did that, I feel like he's also going to put you in the most winning position to be back in like functioning society and being your own person again too, and to make sure that you stay mentally healthy, to stay that way, if that makes
Yeah,
sense.
absolutely. I agree. I think Cuban's probably 10 steps ahead of us right now talking
Oh
about
yeah,
it. But it's just that's definitely a stand-up act, and I really obviously hope the best for Delonte West. And
me too.
I
Same.
but again, like it's crazy to think Mark Cuban is doing something like out of charity case. Like, yeah, I don't know Mark Cuban and I don't know his intentions, but at the same time,
Exactly.
I doubt he cares about anybody's opinion or
Yeah. Well, okay. I don't see what's the benefit for him to just help Delonte West. I mean, he employs an entire stadium full of people.
he has like 300 companies alone.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like, what is this? How does this like take him up that other tick?
Yeah,
I don't see it. I'm not
I
seeing
think
it. So
this
I'm
is
like,
genuine compassion and like
yeah, this has to be from a guy's heart and
yeah,
like what he truly feels led to do. I would imagine, unless because I really don't see the other way.
yeah, I agree. I'm on the same boat. Like it just makes no sense. But
Yeah,
it's been going on for a few months now, so hopefully as we get to the end of the year, hopefully we got updates as we go. Because I mean, I know
hopefully so.
Cuban posted the other day, he said still an uphill battle,
Hmm.
basically. That was kind of like the update he posted. So
Yeah, I hope. I mean, I hope he gets it done. Not done. I hope he gets everything figured out, and then he gets to where he is able to function and be done with like an assistance to keep good mental health.
yeah, absolutely.
Um, well, one last topic, Brody. Um, this one I kind of brought up to you. I think some people that watch this may know who this is, or listen to this. Some may not. Uh, but King Von, man.
And sad. Real.
Yeah, it's a tragedy. So King Von was shot outside of a nightclub in Atlanta. Um and it all resulted from an altercation that he had with another rapper's crew. So basically how it happened was him and the other rapper were fighting, and someone within the other rapper's crew opened fire, and then other people opened fire. So I believe there was 3 deaths in total that resulted, and King Von was one of them. And it's just sad because that guy, I mean, you kind of just like seen his grind.
Mhm.
Like he was in jail for a good majority of the years when his friends around him were kind of like blowing up and stuff, like Lil Durk. He comes out and he doesn't ask for handouts. He tries to go and grind on his own. Um, and then Dirk's like kind of gives him this cosign, and then you just see this because he already had songs that people enjoyed,
Mhm.
and but you just saw like he had his I believe his debut album was supposed to come out a few days ago, uh, right before he was killed, right after he was killed. So it's like and the thing was, you see a lot of people like they try to make it out of their hometowns and stuff, specifically those Chicago guys.
Mhm.
He does that, and he only to end up being killed in another city, just kind of like the Pop Smoke thing. And I know these guys. I only look at it like this because I know these guys aren't pushing like positive agendas. Uh, but at the same time, you don't want to see anybody lose their life. You know what
No,
I'm saying?
and
Like,
especially that's the thing is I don't know how familiar you are with $1 million worth of game,
I
Gilly.
watch it every once in a while. Every once in a while.
So I mean, he put out something pretty quickly after everything was announced, talking about like when, like you just said, like these guys tried to get out of their city, like
Mhm.
God gives you those blessings,
Exactly.
and then like,
I watched that video, bro.
bro,
It
like,
made a lot of sense. Yeah. He
uh,
gave you the blessing to change everybody's situation around you.
mhm.
He gave you the green light. Out of all the people he could have chose, he chose you, and then only for you to end up dead.
Yeah,
Like,
that it's okay to
but no choice of your own. But yeah. And he was like, I believe he also said in there, he was like, so many black millionaires dying
Mhm.
from beefing like over such small stuff. And it's like, I don't know what the altercation was. I don't know why it happened, but it's just like, I mean, you really do have to assess that and be like, is it worth a
No,
man's life at the end of it? Like, could everybody not just duke it out? Because fights are just going to happen between guys. It just is what it is. No matter how you try to cut that one, it's going to happen. But it's like, is it worth taking another man's life? How come people can't just, whatever the altercation was, you obviously worked it to where it was outside. You see what I'm saying? Like, you worked from inside to outside. But now, why do you have to resort to taking a life? Because your life, if you, I don't know if you watched the video at all, but there was no other guns presented until this gun was.
mm.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like, why
Some,
be that first guy?
somebody had to be the first guy to pull it.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's like there was no guns. They were going at it. It's the two crews battling it out, and y'all both could have separated. You still could have been mad, sure, but at least both of you guys are still here. Because now people are going to go to jail behind it, so they lose their life, and then on top of that, a guy actually loses his life along with two of his other friends.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like there's no positives in this at all.
None. And
You
that's
know what I mean?
how many how many more times are we gonna see this?
Exactly. Like, and it's just like I
Devastating.
know these guys, they want to be positive, they want, but I, at some point though, it has to be more than words. It has to be action.
Mm-hmm.
So,
But
but yeah,
it's
that
tough.
was my. I just wanted to
I
at
saw
least
that
acknowledge him.
that Welcome to O Block album, King Von's album, dropped on Spotify, and I mean
Oh, it did.
numbers have been going crazy.
I bet. Dude, you know something crazy I heard? Um, who is this? Was this 50 Cent that said this or Snoop Dogg said this? Somebody like that said this. But they said black rappers uh, are more lucrative posthumous than they are alive.
Yeah, dude, it's scary. It's very stupid in my opinion, but it's
Right? Like, that's such a strange way to like be rich.
mhm, dead.
Like, you're worth more dead than alive is basically what it comes down to in my head.
No, that's basically all it is.
Like,
Makes no sense.
yeah, dude.
Like,
I
why can't we enjoy the music while they're alive? So then we can get more.
I'm telling you, I don't know. I'm not in that lifestyle, so I can't even kind of really start to begin to wrap my head around it. But it's like you're obviously wanting to get out of your situation, but it's okay to tell your stories of what happened, but truly remove yourself from the situation.
Yeah,
Don't still, like, don't still act in it. Don't still talk about it. Like, it's, I don't know. I hope these guys figure it out because there's so many young, talented guys coming up that could, uh, be big, but at the same time, they still have all this baggage, that could possibly appear, and they have a situation like this.
they're dragging it with them.
Right. Very true. Um, and then you end up like this because, like, dude, look at Quando Rondo. His last album flopped. All right, and then now he's involved in this situation. It's like, even if he doesn't end up, like somehow they end up tying it to him or like, making him involved in the charges.
Well, he was one of the three that was confirmed dead.
Quando Rondo?
Yeah,
No way.
Swear. Unfortunately.
Bro, this is my first time hearing that.
Yeah, that's as soon as I was reading and everything on this, those were the two names that I saw that were released. Two of the three.
Dude, I'm about to look at this right now. Is he Quando Rondo?
Swear, bro. His brother was arrested, I believe.
Oh, 2 minutes ago. Bro, it says Quando Rondo that passed away. Whoa, hold on. Oh my gosh, bro. Wait, is this actually like real? I can't. Oh, okay, whoa. Okay, I can't see anything that says I actually like him. I only saw one place that said Quando Rondo is dead, but it was on Facebook.
Oh yeah, that definitely ain't true then if it's on Facebook.
Yeah, so I don't know, but I hope he's not, dude. That would be. Oh man, I mean, I don't even know why I reacted like that because I'm not even like a huge fan of him. But okay, I do know why.
But that'd be a
Because you don't
double
want
edged
to see
sword.
another person dead.
Yeah, because I mean that's who this is all between.
Yeah,
So it's
it
like
was.
now that
They were the ones that were fighting.
they both end up dead. Like
Yeah, I do. That is, man. Um, I wrap that all up to say anybody watching this or anybody listening to this, make good choices because your family has to live with the choices.
mhm.
Like if you're not here, they have to deal with the grieving of you. Like it, it's not. I can't say it's not fair, but in a way, it seems as if it's not fair. Especially like that guy had just made a way for himself, had a lot of people relying on him, and now it's like his kids are now fatherless when they could have had a father, and whoever their mother is now without her significant other and companion. It's just like all these things like that trickle down effect from it. That's it. Make good choices, guys. That's basically what I'm saying.
Yeah, well,
Dang, dude.
big, biggest thing to end this podcast with is obviously we've talked about a lot of similar stuff with this election stuff going on and
Mm-hmm.
similar sports talk stuff like that. But what topics do our listeners want to hear? So any
Yeah.
comments, any feedback, we
Yeah,
will
yeah.
happily
Tell
discuss.
us, guys.
We will happily discuss whatever. I know on Thursday I'm gonna come in with a couple um, options. Again, I always say getting us ready for the weekend. We do have sports coming up. We're gonna win some money together.
You still out there betting, bro?
Yeah, just a little bit. And and then
Just a little bit.
one thing that like I really want to incorporate because I do it try to my own. We've talked about working in the service industry. Trying different drinks and stuff like that that people order from work that I would never think I would ever try in my life. And then,
Right.
oh, that's an interesting combo. Let me try that when I get home. And then
Yeah.
also had some good ones. So I think starting to share those stories. I think
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
feel
Dude,
like
tell you, I just had an old fashioned.
classic. That's a
Yeah,
classic.
yeah. Just it's something nice right there. Complete side note. I got these random bitters in there. I don't really know like what they were. I got them at the liquor store, and they were like, he's like, these are the ones I have. And I was just like, all right. They're kind of like this, like kind of reddish color. I don't know. And the labeling on them just says like the story of the company. It doesn't say what they are. So I was like, all right. But I mean, it tastes cool.
Tell
So
you right now, every time somebody orders an old fashioned at work, the bartenders get so mad because they have to mush all the bitters up in them,
uh huh.
and they just hate it. So
It, I mean, yeah. Well, I think the most frustrating part is if you have people that are really particular about how they want it made, um, because then it's just kind of like, okay, the people that have those in Manhattans, you're kind of like, okay, look, I'm making this how I want to make it. If you wanted it made like this whatever way, that you should have made it at home. But this is how we're making it here. So, other than that, I mean, I don't mind them when I'm making them.
But I got some interesting ones that I've heard, so I'm very interested to share them and see if anybody will try them, because a couple of them I never would have thought about. So
yeah,
very interested. But as always, guys, we do appreciate everyone listening, taking the time out of your day, and please share this podcast with somebody you know. If you hated it, just forget that you spent this time listening to it. I do apologize.
Yeah, check us out. We're up on YouTube. We're on Apple, Spotify, and Anchor
Podcasts. We got Breaker, or is it? We got every streaming.
Pretty much you can think of. We're on there.
You're on there at this point.
So and guys, email us if you want, if there is a topic, or leave it in the comment section of YouTube so we can see it. Our email is ambitiousjourneypod@gmail.com, and that way we can cover the topics. We'll tell your name who gave the topic, so that way you get your credit for the content.
Because we will not hold back on your content either. So
if you say something silly, I'm saying it. And I'm letting you know it was silly.
So come prepared, but we do appreciate you guys. Till next time.